Choose your character.
Mantis. Yo, what's going on YouTube? I'm gonna keep it real. No one wants to play the healer, or in Marvel Rivals, the strategist. Everybody wants to insta-log duelist, everybody wants to insta-log vanguard. But you know what? Today, I'm gonna solve all those problems. We're gonna teach you how to play Mantis, one of the easiest characters in the game. Alright, here are the abilities. We have Soul Resurgence, which is their ult. Release energy around her while moving. Pretty much just gives you some shields to all your allies. You have the L shift, depending on what you're playing, mouse and keyboard or controller. This is her sleep. You pretty much throw a spore on the ground or at the enemy, and it causes them to, guess what, fall asleep. And then we got the E, which is the allied inspiration, which you consume life orbs to grant allies a damage boost. I don't know what they call life orbs because I don't see orbs, I just see leaves. And the third move we have is Natural Anger, which is consuming the leaves to grant her a damage boost. This is my favorite one. Y'all gonna pay special attention to this one. And then now we have Healing Flower, which consumes life orbs to grant allies healing over time. This one is what everybody's gonna be complaining about. I need my heals, I need my heal. All right, get it, we got it. And then you have your left click, which is the live energy blast, which you fire an energy thorn and regain one life orb after every hit. So that's very, very important. Alright, enough yapping around. Let's jump to the practice range and show you what Mantis can do. So with your basic attack, you have the life energy blast, and we have the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here to help us out. So with your basic attack, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to kill Spider-Man or to defeat him. And then for the headshots, you have 1, 2, 3, which is pretty cool. But when you combine that with Natural Anger, which is a damage boost, let's see if that is any different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's still 5. I'm not sure where the damage boost comes from. We'll do it again here for the headshots. 1, 2, 3. So I don't know where the damage boost is coming from, but somehow it's incorporated. I know the life does get drained a little bit quicker or faster, so when you're in team fights, that will help out. But the main thing I want to focus on with Mantis is this range and the damage drop off. There literally is none. Look how straight of a line this is. You can practically beam your opponents from across the map. That is insane. Alright, next up we're going to showcase the allied inspiration, which uses a life orb or a leaf to grant allies a damage boost. Here you see it. Let's go, robot. Destroy them bots. And then her healing is called the Healing Flower, which uses a life orb or a leaf to grant allies healing over time, which you can see here. And the best thing that I like about these abilities is on the right side of the screen, in very small font, you can see our allies being healed and damage boost. So a little graph that lets you know. That way when your teammates are complaining, you can say, I'm healing you. What are you doing? You ain't doing no damage. You ain't killing anybody. I'm getting backlined. I'm getting backshot by Lee Sin and Spider-Man. But what is go? Alright, sorry. I'm sorry. But anyways, the best thing about this ability that not many people notice is that yes, you are using the leaves in the middle of the screen, but if you get a headshot on an opponent, you get those leaves back, which is awesome. And you can start spamming this and just spamming while shooting at the same time, and you can pretty much get infinite heals. So that's one thing to incorporate. You need to realize what you're doing, what position you should be in when shooting, when to heal, when to damage boost. Personally, I don't really damage boost unless I am selecting a teammate that's about to ult or to go in, maybe a duelist or a tank. But also when I'm healing, I try to prioritize the heals of a tank first before I do a duelist, because you know they're in the front lines, or they should be, and they should be doing, you know, damage and taking the most heals. Also, when you're doing heals on an opponent, you know, your ult bar is going to be going up. So that's my favorite thing. Alright guys, if you're still here, the next ability we have to showcase is called the Spore Slumber. And if you guessed it, yes, it puts them to sleep. I'm excited for this one, but also I want to showcase something that not many people do. Every guide I've seen, they're always doing this. They're throwing the spore down, then trying to flick up real quick to hit that headshot. You know, you can just throw the spore at them and it puts them to sleep. You don't have to throw it at the ground, even though there's a bigger radius. You don't have to do that. You can just throw it directly at them. Another thing that people don't realize is that when you throw the spore, you see this animation of Mantis putting the character to sleep. but you have a split second between this happens to actually hit the opponent. Whether it's a headshot or a body shot, you can still do damage before he actually becomes asleep. So as you see here, boom, 1, 2, and then bam, dead. But if you were to hit it and wait and then do this, like, you're just stalling yourself. And also, when the Spore is activated and the Mantis shows up, the enemy team can shoot that Mantis and possibly in the sleep cycle. So that's something you need to be aware about, because you want to be able to finish off your opponent as soon as possible. So what I like to do is hit, boom, try to hit the headshot and finish them in 2 to 3 or 4 hits. One thing I like to do when using this ability, because it has a crazy cooldown, I think it's around 15 seconds of a cooldown. You want to use it sparingly. So I like to make sure I'm sneaking up behind an opponent if I'm doing a flank, or trying to sleep a tank or a duelist that is maybe attacking me or attacking another healer. A good way to do this also is when a enemy is using an ultimate ability, you can actually put them to sleep to cancel it out and disrupt that. So something to bear in mind, and there's different ways to do this. You just gotta play around with it. But yeah, those are some tips and tricks to do when using the Spore Slumber. Real quick before we jump into the ultimate ability, one thing a lot of people don't know how to do is movement, or what I like to call kiting. What you want to do is make sure you have your body behind an object or against it, for instance a wall, or even a pillar or some type of object on the map, because this will allow you to use it as cover, and you only have to worry about the other 75% that's showing on the map. So say you have, for example, the wall on your right side. No one's going to come on the right side and shoot you. You only have the front, the side, the other side, and the back to worry about. So use this to your advantage. When I'm playing, I like to make sure I'm hugging my body against the wall. That way I know no one's gonna attack me from that side. I don't even know what you guys are still doing here, but if you're still here, we have the last ability, her ultimate, Soul Resurgence. It releases energy around her while moving, as you can see, which provides healing over time and movement boosts for surrounding allies, which is portrayed by this green outline, as you can see. Kind of reminds me of Lucio from Overwatch when he has that green circle around him. I guess you could compare it to that. But anyways, my favorite thing to do with this ability, as you can see, boom, full health on my teammates. They're about to be one shot, but now they're full health. So just make sure you're using it sparingly, depending on, if your teammates are about to die, or if they're about to ult, or, if you want to do some crazy push to try to, push the other team backwards. But one thing about her ult that not many people realize compared to other strategists is that she's able to move freely and shoot at the same time. Oh my god. Luna Snow, she can't do that. Adam Warlock, he definitely can't do that. There's some other strategists out there, I don't know off the top of my head, but those are some prime examples that are, the most played strategists along with Mantis. But so as an example, here we go. Boom, ulting, I get my plus 150 health along with my allies, and I can still shoot while maintaining that speed boost, which is absolutely insane. You mix this in, ulting while healing your team and getting those headshots to get your leads back. Like, that is absolutely crazy. So she is pretty much broken. You can even ult, get your damage boost, and you're practically one-shotting guys. This is probably one of the most broken heroes in the game, and she's a 1-star on difficulty. So get to learn her, get to know her kit, and play, because she's super fun. Personally, when I play Mantis, I'm not really using her as a support role. I know, where the heals at? I'm sorry, I'm dropping triple dubs like Prime Russell Westbrook. I'm getting most damage, most healing, and most damage block. So if you can do that, your teammates shouldn't be complaining, because you're doing all the work. But yeah, if you do have to heal, keep in mind, like I said from the beginning, make sure you're keeping a tab on your leaves in the middle. That way you can get them back when you hit those headshots. But anyways, with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Comment down below some other heroes that you wanted me to go over. And at the end of this video, I'm going to drop some gameplay that I recently did with Mantis, just so you can get a little, example of what I'm talking about. But I hope you enjoyed. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Alright guys, let's jump into some gameplay with Mantis. I'm going to try to break down a little bit of what I was doing here. I'm not going to play the whole match, just going to play a little bit, but just give you a good idea of what's going on.
I will get even.
So I'm here in the back line trying to get all the heals. Someone calls out a Spider-Man, which is in our back line, so I try to keep turning around to focus that. Here I push up a little bit, but see how I have walls still on the both left and the right side? So the only way someone's going to attack me is from the top or behind me. I don't have to worry about the right, I don't have to worry about the left, and I already got the front covered, so I don't have to worry about anything here. I back up, they call out the enemy Spider-Man, I sleep them. Look at that. Look at that. That is a nice sleep. Watch this again. So they call him out. Bad Tracer, what are you doing, brother? And here I was showcasing the sleeping. You know how most people try to aim at the ground? You don't need to do that, like I said, just aim at him. Boom, get slept, and I call that out, and right away I'm already attacking along with my team. Let me melt them ASAP. And then I go back to being kind of in the middle, but no, we're up in numbers here, so I don't have to worry about staying back and healing because it's already a 5-on-4 advantage, even though we have one of our tanks down. We have Groot here with a wall, so it allows us to lock in Magneto, although he has a shield on. So here we go, just some new, average gameplay, healing my teammates, trying to get a little flank on here. The reason I'm doing this here is because I know my sleep is coming up, and I was trying to get this Bucky or maybe possibly this Hella on the left side, but I think I messed up here. Yeah, so I get annihilated. Alright, let's skip forward a little bit. So we're going back off respawn. I also try to maintain my Q and just try to do as much damage boost as I can. Here, we're pushing up a little too far, but it's okay. We're trying to just stop them from getting the point. Yeah, there I pushed up way too far, but it's okay. You live and you learn. Alright, we're coming back. Armed and dangerous, you hear that? You gotta get move the hell out of the way. But here I'm healing my teammate, trying to keep him alive, and in doing so we're able to kill Bucky. We traded one-on-one, but they did cap the point. Here, Spider-Man is ulting, and I try to hit him with my ally inspiration to increase his damage on his ult, which also helps, try to get him as low as we can. Which it does. We get 3 down here, which is pretty insane. Magneto being OP as always does not die. I'm always constantly trying to hit that Q on me. Spider-Man being a nuisance in the background. Boom, look at that. Hit him with the sleep. Like I said, you don't have to aim at the ground, you just hit them. Got him with it. Take my time. I kind of messed up here, but it's okay. I ult to keep myself alive and run back to the back line. It's never a bad time to do an ult to try to save yourself, as long as you can get out. If you're ulting and your team's all dead and there's no point in doing it, you're just wasting your ult. If you can ult, get out of there, and then retreat back to your team, it's always a good thing to do because you're going to be stalling the point as long as possible. And in this game type, that's what matters. You want that timer to go to 0.
Us against the world.
Alright, here we go. See, I was telling you when I play Mantis, I kind of play a little aggressive, but here I know I'm a little too far out, so I try to back up and heal my teammates while also poking. Like I said, always trying to hit the Q. I get slept by their Mantis, but luckily Rocket Raccoon has my back. Here I am trying to kite around the pole to stay alive. The Spider-Man in the background. I'm trying to tell my team to back up and get a nice web. At this point, she has so much damage output that's like almost impossible not to get an assist or a kill or tag someone to get a leaf back. Here we go, we got Magneto turned. I jump in, hit him with the sleep, like I said again, and try to get that quick headshot before the animation comes on. But sometimes it's kind of hard, especially when there's so much chaos going around, especially when you have this Mantis on your left side. knowing she's either going to try to sleep me to counter me or just spam heals on Magneto. So, you know, you don't always have to go in for that kill. You can just use it as like a stalling technique. Here I am healing the teammates. Spider-Man outside of position again. Not sure what he's doing. Hitting the heals. But see, when I'm healing and my middle leaves right there, I try to never get it to go down below 2. Because if you're down 2 and you need it in like a certain situation, say someone's ulting or someone's flanking behind you, you know, it's gonna be bad because you're running out. So I try to keep it above 2, maybe like, you know, 1 would be the lowest, but I rarely do that unless I'm spamming heals.
I am healed. We are undefeatable.
Yep, there we go. Bucky got stopped again. Unfortunately, their Mantis had ult, so he got the shields. Oh yeah, that's another ult you'd ever want to hear. There we go. But anyways, guys, I'm not going to play the whole video. That's just like a little gist of what I'm doing. I'm always trying to keep myself next to a wall, trying to, you know, heal my teammates, but not trying to spam the same teammate over and over and over. But I do prioritize the tanks first and then the other healer. That's another thing. You want to make sure you're healing your other healer. They can't always heal themselves. So you want, if you can keep that healer alive and yourself alive, along with your tank, you have a pretty good chance to win the game. For the duelists, you know, sometimes it's hit or miss if you want to heal them or not. I feel like they're gonna yell at you regardless what you do, but it's kind of hard because they're always either flanking or they're way too far up, and you know, in order to heal them, you have to put yourself in a weird situation. So I don't know, it depends on what elo you're playing in. This here is around gold plat, so it's kind of different on what I'm doing and what you'd be doing depending on where you are. But I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do some more of these narrations of my gameplay. In this video or this game, I actually dropped a triple-double, and by that I mean, you know, let's see, 10,000, where was it? 13,000 damage, 10,000 damage blocked, and 14,000 healing. Like, that is insane. We had 34 kills, you know, 11 deaths. We're gonna ignore that, but we had 30 assists also. Compared to the other healer, like, yes, he's doing all this healing at Dry Raccoon, but look at the damage and the damage block. I'm doing a lot of stuff here, which is pretty cool. If you can do that almost every game as Mantis, you're going to pretty much set up your team to win because, you know, you're adding another duelist who can also heal on your team. So, point and simple, it helps the team get the victory. Anyways, I hope you guys learned something. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, sorry the video's a little long. Just wanted my first video out there, so hopefully it's educational. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.